Hello students, how are you? Welcome back. In the previous class, first 20 questions explained very clearly. Let's continue the remaining questions. Here the 21 centroid of the triangle whose vertices are. So 3 vertices are given, then its centroid answer is required. So centroid is denoting with the capital G. So here is the formula. Capital G x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 comma y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Let's substitute the 3 ordered pairs. So x1 3 plus x2 that is minus 7 plus x3 that is 10 divided by 3 comma y1 minus 5 plus y2 4 plus y3 minus 2 divided by 3. So it is equals to 3 plus minus 7 is minus 4 plus 10 is 6 divided by 3 comma minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1 plus minus 2 minus 3 by 3. So it is equals to 6 by 3 answer 2 and minus 3 by 3 answer minus 1. So option 4 is correct. Question number 22. 1 minus 1 by 2 comma 1 by 4 are in GP. So then find 8th term. GP means geometry progression. What is the 8th term in the geometry progression? To find out the 8th term, I am writing the two values. One is first term A, that is 1. Next common ratio R equals to A2 divided by A1. So A2 is minus 1 by 2 divided by A1 1. It is equals to minus 1 by 2. So to find out the any term, we have to use the nth term formula. So that is an equals to a into r to the power of n minus 1. So then a8 equals to, let's substitute a, r and n. A value 1, r value minus 1 by 2, all to the power of n minus 1, n value 8. So 8 minus 1. So it is equals to 1 into minus 1 by 2 all to the power of 8 minus 1 is 7. So it is equals to 1 into minus 1 by 2 whole power 7. Apply the power 7 for numerator and for denominator. So then the overall answer is minus 1 by 128. Because 7 is a odd number, so we will get the negative answer. So minus 1 by 128. Next question, 10th term of AP 13 8 3 minus 2 dash is dash. To find out the 10th term, we need two values. One is A, that is first term, so it is 13, and common difference D equals to A2 minus A1. A2 means second term 8 and A1 first term 13. 8 minus 13 is minus 5. So to find out the any term in the AP, we have a formula that is an. It is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. Let's substitute the values. We need 10th term, so that means n value 10, a value 13 plus 10 minus 1 into d value minus 5. So it is equals to 13 plus 10 minus 1 9 into minus 5. So then 13, 9 5s are 45. So 13 minus 45 minus 32. So option 1 is correct. Which term of GP root 3 comma 3 comma 3 root 3 is 729? So he gave total 3 terms. If you continuing this GP, somewhere you will get 729. So at which place the 729 will appear? That is the answer we want to find out. So to find out this answer, let's write the two values. One is A, that is first term. Next to common ratio R A2 divided by A1. So A2 is second term 3 divided by A1 first term root 3. Here we have to simplify. How to simplify? 3 I am writing as a root 3 whole square, because square root will get cancelled by root 3. Root 3 square cancel, it is equals to root 3. a value root 3, r value root 3. So which term of GP is 729? Means we need to equate the 729 equals to nth term. So a into r to the power of n minus 1 equals to 729. So a value root 3 and r value also root 3. So n minus 1 equals to 729. So here root 3 power is 1. So bases are same, then a to the power of m into a to the power of n equals to a to the power of m plus n. So 1 plus n minus 1, it is equals to 729. Now plus 1 minus 1 cancel. Then root 3 whole to the power of n equals to 729. To find out the n value, let's write the 729 in the exponential form. So how to write the exponential form? Like this, 3 ones are, so 3 2s are 6, 3 4s are, 3 3s are, next 3 8s are, 3 1s are. So 729 is equals to, the exponential form is 3 to the power of 6. So root 3 whole power n equals to 3 to the power of 6. But here bases are not same, they are different. Left side root 3, right side 3. So to make the equal bases, what we are doing, 3 to the power of 1 by 2 whole power n equals to 3 to the power of 6. Now a to the power of m whole to the power of n equals to a to the power of m into n. So n into 1 by 2 equals to 3 to the power of 6. Now we have a equal basis on both sides. So then n into 1 by 2 equals to 6. Then n equals to 6 into 2. It is equals to 12. So n nothing but term number. So the 12th term will become 729 in the given geometry progression. So option 2 is correct. Next, 25th, roots of 5x square minus 8x equals to 4 are. What are the roots of the given quadratic equation? See, the given quadratic equation is not in the standard form. So what I am doing, plus 4 transpose to left side equals to 0. So to find out the roots, let's do the factorization here. So first term and last term multiplication is minus 20x square and the middle term is minus 8x. So 5x square minus 8x I am writing as a minus 10x plus 2x minus 4 equals to 0. If you multiplying these two, you will get 20x square. So now from the first two terms we can take the 5x common, x minus 2. From the last two terms take the 2 common, x minus 2 equals to 0. Now x minus 2 is common, then 5x plus 2 equals to 0. Now x minus 2 equals to 0. Next to 5x plus 2 equals to 0. Then x equals to 2 and here x equals to minus 2 by 5. So then 2 and minus 2 by 5, option 1 is correct. Next 26th question, 4, 7, 10 dash are in arithmetic progression, then sum of 15 terms is. What is the sum of the first 15 terms in the given arithmetic progression? So to find this answer, I am going to find out the two values a, first term that is 4 and common difference d. It is equals to a2 minus a1, second term 7 and first term 4, 7 minus 4 is 3. So d value 3 and a value 4. So then sum of 15 terms. So we have a formula Sn means sum of n terms of AP. So n by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Let's substitute the values. So here Sn means S15. Substitute n equals to 15. So 15 by 2 into 2a, a value 4 plus n value 15 minus 1 into d value 3. So it is equals to 15 by 2 into 2 4s are 8 plus 15 minus 1 is 14 into 3. So it is equals to 15 by 2 into 8 plus 14 3s are 42. So it is equals to 15 by 2. 8 plus 42 is 50. 2 1s are 2, 25s are. So 15 into 25, 15 25s are 375. So then option 3 is correct. Next is 27, product of the roots of root 3x square minus 2x minus root 3 equals to 0. So let's compare with the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So a value root 3, b value minus 2, c value minus root 3. So to find out the product of the roots, we have a direct formula. So what is that formula? That is c by a. So c value minus root 3 and a value root 3. Root 3 cancel, that is minus 1. So option 2 is correct. To find out the slant height of a cone, we use dash theorem. So cone, let's draw the cone diagram. So this is a cone. So this is radius and it is a vertical height denoting with small h, and this is a slant height. So to find out the slant height, which theorem is useful? So here the vertical height, nothing but it will make a 90 degrees with the base. Okay, so to find out the L value, definitely we have to use a Pythagoras theorem. So hypotenuse square is equals to sum of the squares of other two sides. So then L square equals to h square plus r square, then L equals to under root h square plus r square. So here Pythagoras theorem is useful to find out the L value. So option 3 is correct. Next, 29th question, ratio of volume of a cylinder and cone. Volume of a cylinder and cone whose radii are equal and having the same height. See here cylinder, let's draw the cylinder diagram. Next to cone. So for these two diagrams, equal radii, they have a same radii r. Next to equal heights, h. So they have the same heights and same radius. Then what is the ratio of their volumes? So here the pi r square h is the volume formula of a cylinder, pi r square h. 1 by 3 pi r square h is a volume formula for the cone. So let's find out the ratio between these two volumes. He gave very clearly radius and height both are equal. So that is why no changes in the formula at the place of r and h. So now h cancel on both sides, r square cancel, pi also cancel. Here left side all terms are cancelled, then 1 will be there. Next right side 1 by 3 will be there. So then this 3 will go to left side. So then 3 is to 1. So option 3 is correct. So 30 question, 1 radian equals to dash. So actually it is out of textbook. This question actually is available in the old maths textbook, not in the new maths textbook. So what is the meaning of radian? So I will explain. So here is a diagram for the radian. So here in the diagram, this is a center, okay, and these two are radius and it is a arc. The center, radius, both should be a equal length. So then the angle subtended by arc at the place of center is called a radian. So angle is a radian. So the radian is equals to 57 degrees 16 minutes. So option 2 is correct. This question is available in the old maths textbook. Question number 31. The ratio of corresponding sides of two similar triangles is 5:3. Then the ratio of their areas. So here I am taking the two similar triangles, one is T1, another one is T2. Next, corresponding sides, one is S1, another one is S2. So we know very well the formula is T1 by T2. Ratio of two similar triangles areas is equals to square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. Okay, so then T1 by T2 is equals to sides ratio already given, that is 5:3. 5:3 means 5 by 3. Every ratio can write in the fraction form. Then it is equals to 25 divided by 9. It is equals to 25:9. So fourth one is correct. Next, 32, the radius of the sphere is increased by 100%. The volume of a resulting sphere is increased by. So here is a sphere diagram. So this is called a radius. So it is radius. So if the radius is increased by 100%, then what is the volume of resulting sphere is increased by 200%, 700, 500 and 900. So after increasing the radius with 100%, we will get the new radius. So that is I am taking as a R1. So then R1 is equals to 100% increased. That means 100 of percentage of previous radius. So it is a formula 100 plus increased percentage value. So 100 plus 100, 200% of radius. So we know very well the percentage can write in the fraction form. So 200 by 100, half means R. So 100 ones are 100 twos are, it is equals to 2R. So the resulting radius will be equals to 2 times of the previous radius. So now the volume of a sphere is equals to, the formula is 4 by 3 pi R cube. But here we are increasing the radius by 100%. So then we will get the new volume, that is V1. So then V1 equals to 4 by 3 pi. So here after increasing 100%, we got the new radius, that is 2R. It is equals to 4 by 3 pi into 2R cube, that means 8R cube. It is equals to here 4 by 3 pi into R cube means previous volume. So 8V. So after increasing the radius with 100%, the new volume is equals to 8 times of the previous volume. Now let's find out the required answer, that is how much percentage of volume increased in the resulting sphere. So the percentage of increased in the volume is equals to find out the any percentage we need a fraction. So that fraction is how much volume increased we comparing with the previous volume. So that means 8V minus V divided by out of previous volume. Out of previous volume, how much volume was increased? So 8V minus V. This is a fraction. Now this fraction multiply with 100. So when the fraction is multiplying with 100, definitely it will convert into percentage form. So 8V minus V is 7V divided by V into 100. So now it is very clear, 7 into 100, 700%. So 700%, second option is correct. Question number 33. If A cos theta plus B sin theta equals to P, comma A sin theta minus B cos theta equals to Q, then out of 4 options, if you are observing the 4 options, it is very clear there is a no trigonometry ratios. So that means from the given values we need to remove the trigonometry ratios. That is the first point. Second point, in the options, in every option p square q square given. So that is why let's do the square on both sides of the both equations. Let's do the square on both sides of the first equation. So LHS and RHS. A plus b whole square formula. So a square cos square theta plus b square sin square theta plus 2ab cos theta into sin theta, it is equals to p square. Next, second equation, same, do square on both sides for the second equation. So here a minus b whole square formula, a square plus b square plus 2ab, sorry, minus 2ab sin theta cos theta, sin theta cos theta, it is equals to q square. Now observe the both equations. We need to cancel the trigonometry ratios. So whether you want to do addition of these two equations or subtraction of these two equations. Let's do the addition of two equations. So here in the LHS side, plus 2ab cos theta sin theta minus 2ab sin theta cos theta, both will get cancelled. Next, here a square cos square theta, a square sin square theta, we can take the a square common, so bracket of cos square theta plus sin square theta. Next, b square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta, we can take the b square common, bracket of sin square theta plus cos square theta. So it is equals to p square plus q square. And cos square theta plus sin square theta is one of the identity in the trigonometry, and sin square theta plus cos square theta, both are same trigonometry identities. So a square trigonometry identity is always equals to 1 plus b square into 1, it is equals to p square plus q square. So a square into 1 is a square plus b square into 1 is b square, it is equals to p square plus q square. So option 1 is correct. 34th question, triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR. AB by PQ equals to BC by QR equals to AC by PR, it is equals to K, then K value. Observe the four options. K equals to 1, K greater than 1, K less than 0, K equals to 0. Here K less than 0, K equals to 0, both are not related to this topic because it is our textbook page. Here K greater than 1, we get enlarged figure, K equals to 1, we get congruent figures, K less than 1, we get reduced figures. But K means what? Scale factor. According to this topic, third and fourth options are not applicable. So then only first option and second option may be the answer. But if you are observing the question is not clear, so we cannot say which option is the correct from the first and two. So in my point of view, so first and second both options are correct. 35th question, from the figure x equals to, so here in the figure AC, BD and DC, BD, DC, AC, three values are given. Here angle A is 90 degrees and here angle D also 90 degrees. So this figure is related to theorem number 8.7, which is available in our 10th class maths textbook. So if a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of right angle, so here angle B is a right angle, from this vertex drawn one perpendicular to hypotenuse, then the triangles on both sides of the perpendicular are similar. the triangles on both sides of the perpendicular. So left side triangle, right side triangle, both are similar to the whole triangle and to each other. So here triangle ADB similar to triangle BDC. So two triangles are similar to each other. So based on this theorem, we have to find out the x value in the 35th question. So here BDA similar to ADC. So if the two triangles are similar, then their ratios, corresponding sides ratios are equal. So BD by AD equals to DA divided by DC equals to AB divided by AC. Let's substitute the values. BD value 5 by AD equals to DA by DC x, it is equals to AB divided by AC 10 root 3. So I am selecting the first two fractions. So that is 5 by AD equals to DA by x. Then it is equals to DA whole square equals to 5 into x is 5x. So to get the x value, let's select the triangle ADC. In the triangle ADC, here angle D is a 90 degrees. So apply the Pythagoras theorem. AC square equals to AD square plus DC square. So AC value 10 root 3. So 10 root 3 whole square. It is equals to AD square. AD square value already we found, that is 5x. AD square, that is 5x. DC square, DC value x, that is x square. 10 root 3 whole square answer is 10 into 10, 100 into 3 equals to 5x plus x square. So then x square plus 5x minus 300 equals to 0 is a one quadratic equation. Let's do factorization. So in the factorization method, 5x I am writing as a 20x minus 15x minus 300 equals to 0. From the first two terms we can take the x common, so x plus 20. Next from last two terms take the minus 15 common, x plus 20, it is equals to 0. So x plus 20 into x minus 15 equals to 0. So x plus 20 equals to 0, x minus 15 equals to 0. So here x is a minus 20 and here x is a plus 15. So here x is a x representing the side, so side should be a positive, so then you can ignore the minus 20. So the required answer is 15. Option 2 is correct. 36th question, triangle ABC similar to triangle XYZ, angle C 60, angle B 75, then angle Z equals to how much? So if the two triangles are similar, then their corresponding angles are equal. So then angle A equals to angle X, angle B equals to angle Y, angle C equals to angle Z. So he is asking angle Z, it is equals to angle C, and angle C value already given in the question, 60 degrees. So fourth option is correct. 37, angle between the tangent and radius drawn through the point of contact is. Let's draw the tangent for the circle. So here is the center and this is a tangent, and this point is a point of contact, okay, and we can draw the radius from the center to point of contact. So then it will make 90 degrees with the point of contact. So option 4 is correct. Which of the following formula is associated to cylinder? Associated to cylinder. So pi r square h is a cylinder volume formula. So option 2 is correct. 39 question, triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR, then y plus z equals to dash. So from the figure we have to find out y plus z value. If two triangles are similar, then their ratios, corresponding sides ratios are equal. So AB by PQ equals to BC by QR equals to CA by RP. Let's substitute the given values. AB value Z by PQ value 3, it is equals to BC value 8 divided by QR value 6, it is equals to CA value 4 root 3 divided by RP Y. So we need Y plus Z answer. So Y and Z should find out individually, then after add them. So here 2 3s are 2 4s are. First I am going to find out the Z by 3 equals to 4 by 3, 3 3 cancel, Z equals to 4. Next to 4 by 3 equals to 4 root 3 by Y. Here 4 4 cancel, Y by 3 equals to root 3. Then Y equals to 3 root 3. Finally we found Y value and Z value. So then Y plus Z equals to 3 root 3 plus Z value 4. 3 root 3 plus 4. So that means 4 plus 3 root 3. 3 root 3 plus 4 both are same. So option 3 is correct. In triangle ABC, BC square plus AB square equals to AC square, then dash is right angle. So which angle is a right angle? So that means triangle ABC is following Pythagoras theorem. So AC square is a hypotenuse. So let's draw the right angle triangle. So here is a 90 degrees. AC is a hypotenuse from this equation. It is very clear. So here is a B. So AC is a hypotenuse, then its opposite angle is B. So option 1 is a right angle. I hope you understand this class. I will explain remaining questions in the next class. Thank you.